visited school. Extract from the Ragley-on-Morton School Logbook, Monday, 7th of September, 1987. "Would you like to hear me whistle, sir?" asked Ted Coggins. It was Monday, 7th of September, 1987, the first morning of the new school year, and I was standing by the school gate, welcoming the children and parents. The ruddy-faced 10-year-old looked up at me expectantly. Son of a local farmer, Ted was famous for his ear-piercing whistle, perfected during the early mornings when he herded the cattle for milking. "I wouldn't if I were you, Mr. Sheffield," said Mrs. Pippa Jackson, chair of our PTA and mother of 7-year-old identical twins, Hermione and Honeysuckle. "We saw him practising on the high street." "He whistled in the doorway of the butcher's shop," said Hermione, "and Mr. Piercy ran out, waving his chopper," added Honeysuckle, for dramatic effect. Mrs. Jackson blushed slightly as she ushered her girls towards the playground. "Well, good luck for the new year," she said. Ted was still looking up at me expectantly. "Perhaps later today, Ted. The school field might be the best place to hear you whistling," I said, more in hope than expectation. "Cool, thanks, sir," he said, and ran off towards the playground to play leapfrog with his friend Charlie Cartwright. I leaned my 6'1" frame against one of the stone pillars that flanked the gate and glanced up at the sign that read Ragley-on-Morton Church of England Primary School, North Yorkshire County Council, Head Teacher Mr. J. Sheffield. I thought about how I had been happy here, while the terms of a school year, autumn, spring and summer, had come and gone in the circle of life. It had been a golden summer, and my thoughts drifted on a clear stream of memories. My reverie was suddenly interrupted by the formidable presence of Mrs. Julie Earnshaw, a tough, no-nonsense Yorkshire lady. "Got a problem with our Dallas," she said. Her daughter, 7-year-old Dallas Sue Ellen, was sucking a stick of licorice. In her Wham T-shirt, battered sandals and hair that had not seen a brush for weeks, she looked as though she had been dragged through a hedge backwards. I pushed my black-framed Buddy Holly spectacles up the bridge of my nose. "What might that be, Mrs. Earnshaw?" She considered this for a moment, took a last drag of her cigarette, pinched the glowing tip and put it in the pocket of her pinny. Then she sighed deeply. "It's feelings." "Feelings?" "Yeah, feelings. She's got a lot of 'em." "I see," I said, but I didn't. "She's allus feeling angry and shouting at her brothers." "Oh dear. And she says she keeps feeling lazy, just like her dad." "Does she?" I looked down at Dallas as she wiped smears of snot on the back of her sleeve. "So, how are you feeling this morning, Dallas?" I asked, with an encouraging smile. She had swallowed the last of the licorice. "Hungry," she said, with a grimace. Then she glanced across at the school field, where 7-year-old Tracy Higginbottom was sitting on the grass with her mother. Tracy had brought her rabbit, Fifi, to school. It was munching dandelion leaves contentedly as a crowd of children watched in fascination. "You're all as hungry," said Mrs. Earnshaw, with a scowl. Dallas gave an evil grin. "Me dad says we're having rabbit pie tonight." And she ran off to join the Rabbit Appreciation Society. Mrs. Earnshaw gave me a knowing smile. "What can you do with 'em, Mr. Sheffield?" Sometimes it's best to say nothing. By now it was 8:30 a.m, and the church clock up the Morton Road chimed the half-hour as more of our early arrivals wandered into school. I walked back up the cobbled drive and paused to stare up at our traditional Victorian school building, with its weathered bricks and a roof of grey slate tiles. The high arched windows reflected the early autumn sunshine, and a waist-high wall of